My name is Shirley Self, and I'm here to talk astrology. And today I wanted to put Yates' system on the Kabbalah for you. And on the Kabbalah, you know, Yates' system, like the snake upon the tree, the system of the soul's development is also a path of return. Actually, the system, let's look at it here, is two paths of return. This is one trip up the Kabbalah, and here's the second one. And it's here that you build that wonderful goal, the Philosopher's Stone, which is your block of consciousness given to the edifice of human understanding, of human consciousness. Your own unique perspective gained from this one cycle. You will, according to mythology, provide 13 of those philosopher's stones, 13 contributions, 12 of them in cycles of being, on and off, and one in the sphere of wholeness, in which you get to choose whether you want to incarnate or not. And it's from that sphere of wholeness that we get our leaders, our avatars, our teachers. So here we have the Kabbalah. And nice thing about this is that we have here four systems. We have the Kabbalah, we have the astrology, we have the Tarot, and we have Yates' system. And it is beautiful the way they all inform each other. So I'm going to, best I can, kind of run through it for you and remind you that it's not enough in the book to just read your moon phase. You need to read all of the ones that pertain to you. Now, for like the ones at the phases at the beginnings of the quarters are do not have any help. 8 and 22, 1 and 15, because all of the rest of the phases have help. They have, like a moon phase 13 has the help of 17 and 3 as they went up the moon phase 13 has the body of fate brought to it by the moon phase 3, and the moon phase 17 is its creative genius, and they are accessed by the last trip you took up the Kabbalah, the last trip. So and let's see what that looks like, if I can find that picture again. Here it is. This is what we're really looking at. This is 3 dimensions. This is 2 dimensions. I think that seeing this helps you understand a little bit about, so that access from past lifetimes is right there in your... This is a Kabbalistic Tarot from Robert Wang. I've almost worn that book out. So let's talk about the path of return. Now, moon phase 1 and 15. Let's look at here. Is the universe or the world. This is the Golden Dawn deck. Not my favorite deck, but I have it. I prefer the Rider-Waite, but it's busy right now. So the universe, 1 and 15. This is the completion, the beginnings of the Earth and the air quarter, 1 and 15. And here you are. You're perfect. Now what do you have to do? You have to get bored with just being and want to be a doer. And so that this card, Judgment, here is important. Notice that the snake touches it. This judgment, as far as the system gives me understanding of it, here it contains the information. It is the culture. It is the culture that you're diving off into here, that you were born into and have to deal with. It is society. And so you have to want to join it and, act within the society. And so here's moon phase 2 in 16, the sun. And one of the things you got to realize that this card has a tremendous violent energy in it, because it is the beginnings, active phase of the earth quarter and the air quarter, 2 and 16. It is connected to the high priestess. The high priestess for 2 and 16 is their creative genius, their aspiration, and their body of fate, what they have to deal with. And the high priestess, is that vibration that is purely you. And what 2 and 16 are doing is searching around in the world for what their particular vibration vibrates with, or what vibrates with me. What do I want to do? What talents do I have? What new path do I want to explore? And then we come to over here. Notice that before 3 and 17, the snake hits the moon. The moon. Now, the moon in the Kabbalah represents the past. It represents what you have gained and what you have, those powers that you've already gained. And what you do at 3 and 17 is you awaken to those powers. This is a sleep. It's Pisces, but this is an awakening, and it is Capricorn. It's the natural intelligence. It's the hook that pulls you into the world. The hook, like a little fishy. And so 3 and 17, 17, 27, where are you? Here you go. Now the Empress, Venus, the door of understanding. Now, what 3 and 17 have to deal with is they have to. They're seeking out in the world what they desire to do. Look at it; it's a connection to Venus, and this is ruled by Venus. What do I like? What's fun? How can I contribute? That's 3 and 17. So the tower here is 4 and 18. Did I show you the star? Here's the star. It is, that vision of who I can be. Here is the tower. Nobody's favorite card. It is difficult. And let me tell you, 4 and 18 are difficult. They are very difficult. They connect Mercury and Venus, and I look at that card, the Tower, as if you want it, you have to go get it. You have to walk the walk. Do it. Get down off your high horse and go do it. And 4 and 18, that's their issue. 4, they just want to be liked. The Venus there. Yeah. And the obligation is to speak up. Why? Because they see their creative genius and their body of fate is the emperor here, the window, sight. They can see. And when things go wrong in the world and misunderstandings and lies are propagating, it is the job of Moon Phase 4 and of 18 to speak up and just say, here's the way it really is, because they can see the way it really is. It is those are very powerful phases, but they're difficult. 4 and 18 would rather go hide their head in the sand than do what they have to do. 18 has got to give up the perfect life that has been working so hard on, living the ideal life. And now they've just got to go out there and do what needs to be done. Well, where's my perfect home? Where's my perfect job? You mean I just have to go out there and do what needs to be done? Yeah, 18 can see what needs to be done. They can see. And they need to use that vision out in the world to help us all get along a little better. Okay, so after 18, we're going to come over here, and the devil is up 5 and 19. Now, this may make you 5s and 19s feel kind of bad. But remember what the devil really is. That is having one's hopes and aspirations and understanding chained to a solid reality, to earth, to things that can be touched and eaten and manipulated and stuff, and denying the deeper reality that is virtually the most important thing you can pay attention to. Anyway, so that's what 5 and 19 are doing. They're much the same job as 4 and 18. They rectify things. They fix things. They fight for what's right out in the world. They fight for what's right. Is it easy? No. Here's what they're doing. They're connected. 11 and 25 are for 5 and 19, the creative genius and the body of fate. So what we've got here is, this is the Lovers. It is connecting Saturn. It has to do with choices, and it has to do with balance and peace and harmony. And so you can see the difficulties right off the bat. So then we move to Moon Phase 6 and 20. And this one is fun. Now 6 and 20, they are really, functional. 5 and 19 have gone out into the world and done battle. And 6 and 20 gained tremendously from the work done at 5 and 19. And so they're pretty much on cruise control. Control being the important word there, because the issue is going too far. Temperance. Temperance. That's what that means. Don't push it too far. Yes, you are to expand the boundaries, expand the potentials for everyone. But you push it too far, and it will go off the edge. The Republican Party is a Moon Phase 20. So, and if they can expand the opportunity for everyone, that's what they're fighting against. Limitation. And if they do that properly, they expand this triangle right here, the triangle of basic character. So 6 and 20, did we talk about, who is it? Oh, 10 and 24. Where are you guys? 10 and 24. Strength. Strength. They expand their strength. They become powerful. If they do it right. And don't go off the edge of the world into hell. Like poor Rudy Giuliani did. Okay, so then we come to 7 and 21. Now this is interesting. This is the death card. Now what 7 and 21 are is they're at the end of the first and the third quarter. They are the culmination of all that experience, that trial, that error, that utilizing, creating talents, finding your talents, creating a capacity, that's 7. 7 is master of earth, as 21 is the triumph of the intellect. And so what does that have to do with the death card? Well, look at the skeleton there is cut off the heads of the king and I don't know, the Pope or whoever. These people have gained their own authority. Moon phase 21, they are wise. They are full of understanding. They have gained with their triumph. They have created an intellect that is totally unique. And that intellect is the skeleton. Let's talk about 21. It's a skeleton of a mind that in the fourth quarter will be ennobled and strengthened by the muscles of spirit, by using that intellect that they have created, they have gained, both for 7 and 21. To use it for the benefit of the world is their goal. Is their goal. So, what did I want to say anything else about that? Okay, now, before you get to 8 and 22, you're going to get to the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is kind of, I think, what you're doing here. It is spirit dumped into physical reality. It is spirit dumped into physical reality. And what 8 and 22 have accomplished is, they have gained the knowledge of earth, they have gained the knowledge of air, and ready to do something with it. A moon phase 8 is ready to leap off into the water quarter and find their own basis, spiritual basis of their own creativity. And what they're going to create is a unique person. Let's look at this a minute. This is an initiation. This is a death of the past. This is the initiation of Persephone, where they killed the pig. And so your rampaging pig that has built up all these years is going to be killed off through 11 and moon phases 11 and 12, and through 25 and 26 to bring you to bring out your own creative genius here, to bring out your own spiritual powers here. So, so we come over here to 9 and 23, the hermit. Don't I have my hermit here? Where'd you go, dude? Oh, here he is. But first we touch the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I see what I'm doing here. The Wheel of Fortune. And it's really interesting. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is, you're either going up or you're going down. So here we've got it, the Wheel of Fortune. 9 needs to go up, and 23 needs to come down. Why is that? Well, 9, you know, has developed this tool. Virtually, they have come through the earth quarter, and that what they are now is, sorry, but a tool. They can do something. Now all they have to do is jump off into the water and learn to experiment with this tool, and virtually to open up their own creative potential. That's what the second quarter, the water quarter, is all about, making this this individual creative. So, and 23, they're at the top of the ladder, you know. 22 is at the top. Ta-da! Now they have to get off of the top. 22 is a king, man, and it is so difficult for them to give up their thinking that they know the world, and to discover virtually how to manipulate, how to work within the spiritual side of the world, of living. And so 23, they have to come down. Hermit is the hand of God. It's Virgo. It's Virgo. 23 needs to come down back into the world. They've been very separated. Come back into the world and do repairs so that they can rejoin humanity. Because there's a terrible separateness at a moon phase 22. It is very uncomfortable for them, and they have, at 22, they have to have a deep realization that there is more to life, and they want to explore that. Carl Jung was a 22, and Mother Teresa was either a 22 or a 23. I don't remember right off the bat. So those two got busy down in the world, rejoining the world, doing their best for the world. Okay. So then we move to a moon phase 10, strength, the snake, Leo. And moon phase 10 and 24 their goal is control. Their goal is to control, to keep that, to learn to use their Mars under the light of Jupiter. And they're amazing people. Moon phase 24 is the master craftsman. And moon phase 10, Yeats called 10 the juggernaut, because they are often the only one in a situation that have themselves under control. They are often the one that leads, the people that solve the problems, because they got their act together. So 24 and 10 and 24, and, okay, 6 and 20 are their temperance. They have to learn. It's remember, this temperance is ruled by Sagittarius. Let's go for it, right? And so 10 and 24, they have to go for it, but they have to learn to control it. excellent, excellent, wonderful people. 24s. What's I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of a dude who is a 24. Well, Angelina Jolie is a 24. Fauci is a 24. Leonardo da Vinci, that's who I'm trying to think of. Leonardo da Vinci was a 24. And, okay, so then the 10 and 24, you know, they have touched limits. Chariot has to do with your limits. It's a fence. And 10 and 24 have developed self-control, and limitation is going to help them to do 11 and 25 better. 11 and 25. Oh, here's the Hermit. I'm sorry. Here it is. We're all the way back at 9 and 23. And here's strength. Strength. And that is about self-control. Okay, the Chariot. That's your limitations. Those are the barriers in which you should stay between the lines. Here's where you color between the lines. Here's the Lovers. Okay, now choices. The Lovers is all about choices. And it's Gemini. It's all about choices. And 11 and 25 are revolutionary people. 11 is the iconoclast. No, you do not tell me who I am. I know who I am. I will let you know who I am. And 25 is out to change, make a revolution, change something that's wrong. You know, one of the things you've got to realize about, these are the king phases. These are the Merlin phases. It is the Merlin phases that create the king and bring down the king. So these people are responsible for the screw-ups of these people, because they former lifetimes screwed up, now got to fix it. My favorite example of that is how, let me show you this again, how Lincoln had to fix the screw-ups of Jefferson, because Jefferson didn't bother. I hate to be terribly critical of him because I admire so much that he did, but he was not going to, he was a moon phase 18, and the ideal life for him included having a lot of slaves, and so he wasn't willing to give them up. At the end of his life, he regretted, how deeply I do not know, regretting not dealing with it, because after he died, the slave states started virtually were taking over the government and bringing out the Civil War, which in moon phase 26, Abraham Lincoln had to deal with. Okay, where are we now? Okay, 11 and 25, repairs. 12 and 26, now they're difficult. They're initiation and crisis phases. 12, the Emperor, Aries. 12 and 26, they both deal with loss. 12 has got to virtually abandon the past, as does 26. 12 is driven down, the world drives the sun and the moon down into the power chakra and says, find your power, it is here. And so that's what 12 does. 12 has to turn inward and discover that it is creative. it is beautifully creative. Its own God-given powers are creative. And so, but 26 is, I think, the hardest phase. 26 can see everything it did wrong. As 25 is working on the power that it gained through the whole cycle, power to bring a revolution, 26 sees the power that was not gained. All of the talents, opportunities that were outlined for the soul to experience, talents, capacities to be gained, were not. And those 26 lives and knows about. 26 and 12, they see beautifully. They can see into the heart of the thing. The Hierophant, they have touched the Hierophant. The Hierophant. They have touched the Hierophant. And that is that information of God-given powers. God-given powers that are virtually contain the goal. Information about the goal, that perfection, that new thing, Uranus, that you can bring into the world. And that is 12 and 26 are about. And what they have to do is they just have to get off of their ass and go do it. And it's not easy. Often 26 just drops out of life into anybody that can hold them. 26 is the only one that Yeats said you never have to repeat. Never have to repeat. And that's a blessing. And here is the picture of the Emperor. The Emperor. Okay. And then you come to 13 and 27, up here at the Empress card. Let me show you that one before I forget. Now she's ruled by Venus, and she's just everything available. And what 13 and 27 have to do is, well, let's talk a little, they're a little bit different. 13 has to virtually give up what it enjoyed and loved in the past and sought after in the past, its past lifetimes. Remember, it's an initiation phase. It follows the initiation of Persephone, where the pig was killed off. So 13 and 14 are still abandoning the pig, leaving behind what they used to choose, what was appropriate for that person that they used to be, and to discover what is appropriate for that person who is now. Excuse me. So the door of understanding, the door of understanding of who you are, and what resonates with you, that is the Empress. And notice that right there, connecting Saturn and Uranus, and the star is ruled by Aquarius. And that is their body of fate and creative genius. Higher consciousness is what they're after. Higher consciousness. And then you come to 14, the High Priestess. Now, 14 and 28, they are the culmination. 28 is the culmination of the whole cycle. 14 is the culmination of the first pass up, the culmination of the water quarter. And they are, well, you are who you are now. You are who you are now. All you have to do is stay true to it, perfect it, be guided. Notice that they're connected to to Kether, which I have Neptune and Pluto up there. Simply, it's my own quirk. You don't have to believe it. It's just because of a dream I had one time, and in which I saw Neptune bubbling along, big bubbly thing, all juicy and whatever. And here comes Pluto, a little bee beak, boo in and out of the path of Neptune, and boing, right into her. It's just like, I thought, oh, it's like a sperm and the egg. So I put them up there because it feels comfortable to me. You can do with it what you want. Okay, so we've got 14 and 28. And they are simply, 28 doesn't have to incarnate if they've done their work. They will be in the astral or wherever they are when they're not here, and they're helpers. That's true for 27 and 28. And for 26. 26 does not have to be sunk into a living body. Yeats said it could be a guardian of a spring or something, if we still have such wonderful things in this world. They're guided by God. I mean, Jupiter. They are guided by Jupiter. They have developed access to their higher self, God willing. So 14 and 28, and the 2 and 16. What they are doing is virtually making real the potential of 2 and 16. One thing they have to realize, one thing 14 and 28 have to understand, is that 2 and 16 are violent. And there is going to be violence in the life of 4 and 28. And they have to learn to deal with it. They have to learn to deal with it and not let it in. Okay, and then we come to the Magician. This is the final, the final spot. Yay! We've done it. We've done it. And Magician up here at 1 and 15. Now, when they get up there, what do they have to do? They have to come down and start over. Yeah, a whole new will start over. The 2 passes that create this one unique philosopher's stone, those 2 passes were all created and endured by one will. The will to do, to be, one will. And that will is decided up in here at 27 and 26 and 27. Both have input into what the next cycle, the next complete cycle, what the will consist of in that next cycle, what the goal is. And so that's decided then, and it comes down through the Fool. The Fool is, I think, your blueprint. Notice where it is. It's up there. Outpouring force of the idea. That's Aquarius, the outpouring force of the idea. That's the idea. It's the ox. It's ruled by air. It is that creative word that creates you. And then down it comes. Whoops, sorry. Up. That's the lightning flash, and everybody's lightning flash is different. Why? Because every lightning flash brings power from here and here and here, and it's all of them, and they're all unique. You have your own Venus, your own Venus. You have your own Jupiter. Nobody else has your Jupiter, your Venus, your Mars, your Sun. The Sun is who's been educated. It's the center of it. It's what it's about. Experience becomes knowledge. And what does that bring? Love. It is love. Anyway, I made it all the way up there and back down again. And like I say, pay attention. Pay attention to those cards because they are information. And like I say, the system provides information for the cards too. Well, that's all for today. I hope you're well, and I will be talking to you again soon, God willing. And hang in there. Times are tough. Love's all we got. It's the only defense we have. Love and mirth. So laugh, love, and be happy. Take care.